shoot it. Done got my diss song took down too. Talk about that other shit. That shit over. I ain't even saying it's over, but I'm done worried about it. I'm on to some new shit.
This is JT checking in with you, and listen, I owe y'all an explanation for being low yesterday. I was outside handling early birthday vibes. It's not even my actual birthday yet, but hold up. I knocked it out on Sunday so everybody could link up without that midweek chaos. So first off, I appreciate every single one of you rocking with me. And let's be clear, it's just a birthday. Don't turn it into a national holiday. But seriously, love is love, and now we're locking in. Let's get straight to it. All right, boom, 50 Cent. Yeah, we got to talk about him. Now here's the thing. 50 stays showing his moves, and that matters. If you're in this industry, you've got to let people see the grind. And I'm not gonna lie, artists like T.I. could benefit from putting more of that on display. T.I. does move around heavily in business, restaurants, partnerships, all that. But I really think he'd gain even more respect if we saw the behind-the-scenes hustle inside those spots. Or maybe, hold up, maybe he's not as hands-on as people assume. Maybe he's just part of investment groups backing the plays. Either way, he's had multiple restaurants down in Atlanta, and let me tell you, the restaurant game will humble anybody. Some didn't last, but a few held it down 4 or 5 solid years. And I'm telling you, rapper-owned restaurants, that's a risky lane. He's got Bankhead Seafood with Killer Mike, and girl, that place opens when it feels like it. It's not the most consistent operation. I'm not throwing shade because the food business is brutal. I know that firsthand. I worked in one when I was 16 years old. Washing dishes is one of my first jobs, and I saw the stress up close. The owner used to break it down to me, how hard it was just to make a single dollar profit. So yeah, I respect anybody who even attempts that hustle. But T.I. doesn't really showcase the sweat equity, and I think fans would appreciate it more if he did. It shouldn't feel like a gimmick, it should feel like ownership. I will say this though, he never quits. That man keeps launching another spot no matter what. Meanwhile, 50 Cent isn't in the restaurant lane like that, but he's always got multiple revenue streams popping. And you won't believe this, that transparency is part of why people respect him. He shows the wins, the deals, the moves. That visibility, it attracts more business. And in this game, you've got to know how to survive a scandal. T.I.'s faced a few storms that cost him film opportunities. Let's not forget, he was an Ant-Man. That's major. That's Marvel-level exposure. That's not small talk. That's blockbuster status. So even if he's sparring with 50, don't get it twisted. T.I. is still a heavyweight. His monthly streams might not match 50 or Snoop Dogg, but he's far from irrelevant. 15 million listeners a month without heavy promo? That's still power. And that's why this next move is interesting, because Benzino jumps into the mix. 50 had Benzino in a neck brace, clowning him again because, let's be honest, Benzino always ends up in some wild situation. Now he's back in court drama with Althea over their son. It's like he wants in and out of his kid's life depending on the day. Coi Leray has spoken about that confusion before, and it feels like Benzino keeps circling back trying to fix things, or maybe use it as leverage to reconnect with Althea. She chose to have a child with him, knowing his track record. And to be fair, Benzino doesn't exactly hide who he is. But 50 saw the opportunity and laughed, because Benzino keeps taking shots at him. I don't know who Benzino thinks he is, but he definitely believes he's that guy. So he fires back at 50, rocking gear, talking tough. And of course, listen to this. When enemies link up, they form Voltron. That's exactly what's happening. He even teams up with T.I.'s son. Yes, T.I.'s son. It's giving desperate energy, I'm just being honest. And now he's wearing anti-50 shirts like it's campaign season. Let me pull this up. It's a lot unfolding right now. And we're also about to get into the Marathon Burger situation, because when they tried opening in Long Beach, California, things went left. There was an actual shooting at the grand opening. And I'm gonna say something controversial. I don't think Snoop Dogg holds the same weight in Long Beach that people assume. Not saying he's not respected globally, but locally, it might be different. T.I. Harris just reacted to all this recently, and after that, we're diving into the business side of it.
I ain't shoot it. Done got my diss song took down too. Talk about that other shit. That shit over. I ain't even saying it's over, but I'm done worried about it. I'm on to some new shit. I ain't gotta even worry about putting no energy into that. I got clips I ain't shoot yet. I said, bro, I hope you know you just diss me, Tip, and this. You just diss all us.
What does that mean? Who cares?
Like, god damn. And you wanna know what's crazy? This was foreshadowed to me. I walked up to the money and
What does that even mean? And be real for a second. Who's actually losing sleep over it?
I just looked at him. I said, you ain't writing no diss, is you? He said, oh, no, man. I said, all right, man. You like to sneak shit and goddamn. And I walked off. And mind you, the beat was so calm that he was listening to. I'm like, nah. He just, cause he write every day. So I'm like, nah, all right, cool.
Oh, you said Damani. I thought you said money.
Brother, come goddamn. This whole shit, I felt like Vegeta.
But who cares? Yo.
Cause I like to compete.
Who really cares? No, seriously, who is clutching their pearls over kids throwing shade at their dad's rivals like this is some breaking scandal? I get being irritated if your mom got posted without context, sure, but let's not act like this is some 5-alarm fire. Hold up. Tupac Shakur once went on record bragging he slept with Faith Evans, who was married to the notorious B.I.G. at the time, and that was nuclear. Compared to that, this is light work. And now everybody's spiraling over a single photo like it's the end of civilization. All right, let's switch gears and pull up this Benzino situation because you need to see this for yourself. For some reason, son, it didn't save on my end, which is wild, so give me a second while I grab it. You won't believe this. I'm hoping it didn't mysteriously vanish already. Wait, click that. Hold up. Is this the right clip? Okay, yeah, it should be sitting right here. Benino's got it on. Boom, there it is.
This in all colors. You know what I mean?
Who inspired you?
Oh, man, definitely the Harris family, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Destroy.
Now look at this. He's got on an arm sling from Diamond, which already tells you this didn't go the way he planned. Supposedly, listen to this, he tried to reach inside Diamond's car. Yes, that Diamond from Crime, the same one who was out there with Alfia. They were just there to pick up Benzino's son because Alfia is the mother, okay? And hold up, when Benzino reached into that vehicle, it backfired and he ended up getting dragged.
Man, tell that big blockhead nigga to stop climbing, man, and get in the booth and battle this nigga, man. To do a versus, that's hip hop. Ain't nobody trying to give a fuck about these memes and all that and all the sucker shit he doing. You know what I'm saying? Get in the booth and battle the nigga. And you can get this in all colors.
He doesn't have to jump in the booth, period. You can't force a grown man to record just because Twitter is bored. But peep this, folks keep that same drop a diss energy for 50 Cent. Yet if 'twere Jay-Z or Nas, nobody would be demanding studio time. They wouldn't dare tell Jay to clock in. They wouldn't tell Nas either. It's something about 50 that triggers people. And I think it's because he fires at everybody, all levels, no filter. He'll troll you, meme you, and keep it moving without blinking. Anyway, let's move on, because this beef, snooze. Now we got Jenna, if I'm even saying that right. She's an artist, and she linked with Blueface. And let's be honest, Blueface links with everybody. He's pivoting into streaming too, and low-key, he's not doing bad. But hold up, gunfire popped off near Marathon Burger, connected to Nipsey Hussle's legacy. Technically, it's his brother's spot. It happened during the grand opening. One person is dead, 2 injured. Tragic. Samil Askadam teamed up with Snoop Dogg to open it in Long Beach. And you already know California comes with politics, street politics, gang politics. And Snoop hasn't exactly been cool with everybody over the decades. So was it connected? I don't know, but somebody got shot and the celebration was ruined. That's heartbreaking because Sam's been pushing that brand forward heavily, multiple locations, keeping the Marathon name alive. And let's be real, Nipsey's passing put a spotlight on him that changed everything. Sad how it happened, but the love poured in globally. That helped his family in a major way. I just hope this doesn't hurt the Long Beach location long term. Snoop being there makes you wonder, because if somebody's been holding a grudge for 20 or 30 years, they might show up with weird energy. It might not even be direct, just vibes. Still unfortunate. Now onto this Koi situation. Confusing, messy, layered. Something popped off involving her dad and his son with Althea. One woman said Koi needs to check her little brother because things are getting damaging. Then she warned Koi not to interfere with her father or her son. I'm guessing that's Althea talking. She claimed she used to look out for Koi, said Koi switched up in the club and acted brand new, called her fake, told her stay over there. The tension is obvious because Coy and her father don't get along publicly, but honestly, she might need distance for her own safety. Her dad moves recklessly. There are tons of police videos online. He's over 60, acting 25, emotions unchecked. Yes, he was part of The Source alongside Dave Mays, but that era is long gone. They don't even rock together now, and it is what it is. He's turning 61 this year, but behaves like he's in his early 30s. Then someone else chimed in, defending themselves against bullying accusations, brought up CPS cases, said one report was false and closed, claimed later incidents involved the child's father acting aggressively, said her focus is her child's safety. Honestly, sounds chaotic on both sides. Maybe they shouldn't have had a child together. Then YNW Lucci jumped in, saying don't send money to anyone unless they can get him on the phone and that the water's cut off. Sounds like he's clearing the air about people around him. And if you're on probation, maybe don't throw the word gang around loosely. Clarissa Shields dropped a rap track. And listen, it's not terrible. She shot a video too. I can't even knock the hustle. She's branding herself aggressively. Sometimes you have to. You don't always get to play it cool. She's building her empire. I just hope she's stacking that money wisely. Fast money disappears fast. Look at Floyd Mayweather Jr. He spent a fortune. Then I saw King Harris reportedly got punched and had a chain taken. He's still standing though. Dame Dash spoke about his legacy and introduced a new artist while shading Jay in the process. Kodak Black apologized to Texas fans after canceling a show. Good start, but he's got to make it right. Now this Destination Smokehouse situation, sad. The man who brought the barbecue concept to that coffee shop helped flip the whole business model. It went viral because of him. Marketing, energy, personality. But somewhere along the line, tensions rose. Fame can make owners uncomfortable. Maybe he wasn't treated fairly. Maybe outside voices hyped him up to leave. We've all seen partnerships crumble when money and ego mix. Now he's publicly distancing himself from the brand. I just hope nobody's using his buzz for their own gain and dipping when it cools off. That would be foul.
A question I think everybody been wanting to know is, are you still at Destination Smokehouse?
No, I'm not. I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with tenderism now. You know, I had to go on my own, you know, so that way I can do what I have to do. So I don't want nobody to be, it is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad. Hey, you just take another step. Get glad. Praise the Lord, you're still living. But just, hey, I'm finna tenderize the world now. Hey, they should have never. But it is what it is, y'all. Hey, family out there, y'all keep supporting me. And I guarantee you, I ain't gonna do you wrong. Booyah.
Now, hold up. There's also a whole t-shirt situation tied to something called Destination Diamond Smokehouse Enterprises out in California. Apparently, they filed a word mark for tenderism connected to restaurant branding and merch. I'm not sure if that filing only covers California or stretches further, but it was submitted back in December. If I'm being real, I'd drop that claim. Keep pushing Destination Smokehouse as your main brand and let the man keep tenderism since he created it. That's just smart business to me. I genuinely hope it works out for him because he's got star power. You can't teach that. Now, shifting gears, Johnny Blaze is accusing Mike Pouncey Jr. of abuse, and then things got messy. First, it was allegations, then money got mentioned, then she claimed men were showing up at her door. After that, she says she's not a victim and that he isn't bothering her, but 3 people allegedly banged on her door. She says she's been documenting everything, claims she filed first for a protection order. But here's the pattern. Every relationship she's in seems to end in chaos, so I don't know. That's a sticky situation all the way around. Anyway, that pretty much catches us up on everything buzzing right now. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. I'll tap back in with you in the morning. This is Jordan Tower with JT News, and honestly, I don't even know what to title this because we covered a lot. I'll figure something out. Smash that like button on your way out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.